Well, we got a new car in the shop today. This is a 1952 Packard. This is a 200 Deluxe touring sedan. Really nice condition. It was gotten for a pretty good price. This one's painted in Packard blue. It's had one repaint at least, maybe more, over the time that it's been in existence. It came out of a collection, been stored indoors for a long time. So we're working on getting this thing roadworthy and back up and running. You can see original color of blue there on the inside of the doors compared to what's outside. Just a touch lighter on the outside, but not bad. Nice paint overall. Chrome, stainless, most everything is in pretty good shape. The door handles are a little rough here, but we actually do have replacements for those that are in good shape. Everything else is pretty nice. The hood on this thing is from a 1951. You can tell because of the Packard script across here. That was a 51 edition. So it looks like they replaced the hood at some point, but really nice condition on that chrome there. So this one's got a 327. It's one of the options that you're able to get with the 200 Deluxe. This particular one has the hydraulic lifters instead of the solid ones. We have at least one lifter that's given us problems. Sounds like number one is collapsing, so it's tapping pretty hard when it warms up. When we first got it, the engine was missing severely. It was running on old gas and ended up sticking up a bunch of valves. So half the cylinders had zero compression when we started working on it. With some effort, we were able to get most all the valves freed up. Number 1 and 4, I think it was both of the exhaust valves were stuck fully open. Those have loosened up, everything's good on there now. The only cylinder we're having a problem with is number 8 way in the back here. This one still has no compression, so we're still digging into that. Our guess is that maybe one of the lifters is is not fully collapsing and keeping the lifter, or keeping the valve slightly open. Probably the exhaust valve. So we're gonna run it for a bit and just kind of see if maybe we can get things to free up with that. If not, then the only other option is to pull the head off, take all the valves out, and start replacing lifters. So we had to go through and redo all the fuel system. Right now there's just a kind of a donor carb in there. It's not, it is the correct one, but this one really hasn't been fully rebuilt, so it's not running amazingly well. But we cleaned up the original filter, the filter housing. We ended up putting a modern filter inside. The ceramic one was completely shot. New fuel lines and the fuel pump down here we rebuilt, as well as the vacuum pump. That seems to be working great now. New flex line from the fuel pump to the hard line. And then all the way here towards the back, ended up having to get a new fuel tank. The original one wasn't terrible on the outside, but the inside was completely covered in rust. And it wasn't looking good. I mean, it could probably still be saved, but it'd take a lot of work. You have to cut it open and sandblast the whole thing. So better off at this point just to get a replacement one. So we got this from Auto City Classics. Fits great. Placement on the filler hose here, on the filler cap, is good. The original ones that they used to make were a little low, so they fixed their bends on the pipe. Everything looks better now. As far as the interior on the car goes, all original still, and seats are in beautiful condition. Very nice. No tears, no rips. Headliner looks good. There's a couple little holes over there, it looks like, from some rodents, but all still in decent condition. Very discolored, so eventually this might get replaced. Got the original flooring in here as well. The 200s came with rubber mats on the front. And then in the back, it has carpet. A little dirty, could use some work here. but you can see the seats are really quite nice. Back is beautiful. Very, very clean. Package tray back here is original as well. All the trim looks good. Windlace is still in good condition. It's a little hard, but it's not terrible either. Door panels, beautiful. You can see how they did the heat embossing in the past. There's only one place that I know of that does this anymore, and that's SMS down in Oregon. But yeah, very, very nice condition on this. Again, all original. The only thing that's been done is a repaint, and really no rust to speak of. There's just minor things here and there, you know, a little bit kind of in these little areas here, but nothing down here on the along the wheel wells or anything like that. A little bit of bubbling maybe, but not much. Weather stripping still pretty soft and pliable. Can't tell if that's been replaced at some point, but it doesn't look like it. This all looks original. Doors closed fantastically. Car is running, it does drive. Transmission seems to be doing okay. I just got to figure out the miss on number 8 cylinder here in the engine, and then we should be good to go. We've been through, redone all the brakes, and bled the system. It was pretty rough. The only thing that we've got a problem with right now is there is a leak at one of the connections here in the back. So I'm going to be putting this up on the lift and replace some brake lines back there and see if we can get a better connection. But yeah, this is 1952 Packard 200 Deluxe. Beautiful car. Can't wait to get this thing on the road and running reliably.